Hello friends. So now I am going to cover the equilibrium. Okay. So this is from class 11 NCERT book. Okay. So equilibrium, two type of equilibrium. One is physical equilibrium or equilibrium in physical processes, and another one is ionic equilibrium. Means ionization. We know that ionic compounds are there. NaCl, sodium chloride. Okay. So Na plus and Cl minus ions are present inside the NaCl molecule, right? Likewise, HCl, hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid when ionizes gives H plus and Cl minus. When H2SO4, sulfuric acid ionizes H plus and SO4 2 minus is produced. Okay. So these are the ionic. So these ionic changes also have some form of equilibrium. So that is the next chapter I will discuss in a separate video. So this one is physical processes, like in the gaseous system we know that gas can be changed to liquid then solid, right? Likewise, so from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, we can change it. So these are the physical processes, means state, change of state, right? In case of change of state also we see that equilibrium might be achieved. Okay. So what is equilibrium? First of all, equilibrium actually when solid is changing to liquid, liquid is changing to gas, then this changes is spontaneously, may be controlled by temperature, pressure, okay, and surrounding environment as well. So these are the factors, external factors and internal factors. Internal factors means enthalpy, internal energy. So these are the things inside the system. So many things are controlling on phenomena. So now what happens, the change from solid to liquid change is not only unidirectional. Means what happens actually, solid is changing to liquid, that's true, and the liquid is also getting back to solid form. So change is in both direction, forward and backward. So these changes are not visible. We see that solid to liquid is solid to liquid change is occurring, but liquid to solid is also happening. So when this forward and backward is in the same rate, means whatever amount of solid is changed to liquid, the same amount of liquid is changed to solid, then ultimately we see that no changes. As a result, we can see in the container or the reaction mixture that no reaction is occurring or no changes is seen, right? So this is the equilibrium state. Okay. So I will go further. So see, so this is the forward and backward reaction. So it is written as both direction, in the both direction. Okay. So the process is happening in both direction, forward and backward as well. So see, so solid and liquid equilibrium I have discussed, and same thing can be happening in liquid and vapor equilibrium. Okay. So liquid gets vaporized when the temperature is increased, right? Okay. So temperature increasing means the internal energy of the liquid, the molecular energy, internal energy of the molecules is getting high. So this energy leads to the distance, increase in the distance between the molecules. So the distance intermolecular distance is high, means this is the vapor state only. Okay. Because you can imagine the ice. So what happens, the molecular structure is same. In case of ice also, H2O molecule is only present. Okay. In the liquid water, there is also H2O molecule, but the intermolecular distance is high in case of water molecule. And in case of liquid vapor, when liquid is changed to vapor, then the intermolecular distance between H2O molecules is much more bigger than the liquid state. That is the main reason. So distance is increasing between two molecules. That is the phase change. Okay. Okay. See, so you can see here what is happening. Anhydrous calcium chloride is given. So anhydrous calcium chloride, what it does, it absorbs water, some amount of vapor, whatever present in the inside the container. Okay. So see, sorry. Okay, solid and liquids. Okay, this one I have discussed already. So see here, process and conclusion is given. So liquid, water liquid, H2O liquid to changing to H2O gaseous. But the direction, the reaction is given as bidirectional, means forward and backward both is happening simultaneously. Okay, so what is the equilibrium? When equilibrium is the condition when the change of the amount of liquid changed to gas is same to the amount of gas changed to liquid. Okay, so forward and backward reaction rate is same in the equilibrium condition. So as a result, the amount of liquid will be constant and amount of gas will be constant only. Okay. Okay, so equilibrium in chemical processes and dynamic equilibrium. Dynamic means something happening, something is not static. Okay, dynamic, with time something is going to happen. So dynamic equilibrium, we see that the changes of reactant to product is same with that of product to reactant. Okay, but the dynamic phenomena means it is not like reactant is not changing to product, right? So reactant is changing to product and product is also changing to reactant. That means the process is happening both in the forward direction and backward direction as well. That's why this is the dynamic. But from outside it is expected, or it we may imagine that nothing is happening, but actually not, that is not true. Forward and backward both is happening. That is the dynamic equilibrium. Okay, so see, so here you can see the A or B, this is the reactant, and C or D is the product. Okay, so concentration is given in the y-axis. Okay, and in x-axis time is given. So time is increasing, so C or D means product is increasing, but time is increasing when A or B is decreasing, because the amount of reactant is decreasing with time. But after a time you can see equilibrium state is given. Thereafter no change is occurring, means C or D is not, the concentration of C or D means product concentration is not increasing and reactant concentration is not decreasing, means whatever the product is formed, the same amount of product is also changed to reactant. That's why this is the equilibrium. Okay, so you can see from this chemical equilibrium. Okay. Okay, so molar concentration is here given. This is fine only. So you can see dihydrogen, dinitrogen means hydrogen and nitrogen is reacting. Hydrogen H2 plus N2 nitrogen. These are the reactant. These are reacting to each other to form ammonia. That is NH3 ammonia product. Okay. So you can see the molar concentrations means how many moles are present in the 1 liter of the system or 1 liter of the gas. Okay, so that is the molar concentration. Okay, so molar concentration is decreasing dihydrogen and dinitrogen as well, but the molar concentration is increasing of ammonia up to a limit only. After that nothing is changing. Dihydrogen concentration, dinitrogen concentration as well as ammonia concentration is constant. That is the equilibrium state. Okay. Okay, sorry. So here one thing is interesting. So see, H2 plus N2 is NH3, right? So what happens? Equilibrium, La Chatelier principles is there. So according to La Chatelier principles, what he says that uh, when we decrease, means a container is having H2 plus N2, that is changed to NH3. In the container, both three are present. Okay. Now what we are doing, we are decreasing the amount of H2. So ultimately the concentration of H2 as a whole in the system is decreasing. So reactant is decreasing. So what happens next? that the amount of NH3 is now converting to the reactant, means H2NN2, that is in the increased manner. Okay, so means when reactant is decreased in some form, means we are we are taking out, okay, taking out the amount of reactant, then the product will change to reactant more. Okay, likewise if we take away some amount of ammonia, then the reactant to product conversion will be high, because the equilibrium constant, because equilibrium, according to equilibrium principle, the equilibrium constant is there. I will discuss it later. So what happens, so the equilibrium constant is as equilibrium constant is fixed for a reaction, so if product concentration is not achieved in the equilibrium level, so the reactant will be changed to more and more to product. Okay, so this is the basic, this is from La Chatelet principle. Later only I am going to discuss. Okay, so see, so equilibrium constant, on second, so equilibrium constant here, so equilibrium constant is in the three form. Okay, so usually we consider with respect to concentration, so you can see Kc, equilibrium constant, K, and C is for concentration. Okay, so concentration constant, equilibrium constant is Kc is equals to concentration of C into concentration of D, so divided by concentration of A and concentration of B. It is only in the at the time of equilibrium. Okay, so equilibrium concentration, so you can see from this equilibrium constant Kc is fixed for a reaction. Now what happens in the equilibrium state, C concentration, D concentration, A concentration, B concentration should be such that Kc remains constant. Now we have changed the concentration of C, so ultimately the upper part means C concentration into D concentration, the multiplication or the product of that two quantity, now it is less, so we need to increase that. So how can we do? If we change some more amount of A or B into C, right, or the product, then only it is possible to maintain the Kc or the equilibrium constant. So that's why it happens that if we decrease the product concentration somehow, if we take away the product in some form, then reactant will be more converted to product. Okay, right. So now you can see on reaction is given small a capital A plus small b capital B converted to small c capital C plus small d capital D. Here stoichiometric ratio, stoichiometric is given in the prefix. Okay, small c, small d, small a, small b, these are the stoichiometric ratio. Okay, so the expression for the equilibrium constant Kc will be now concentration of C to the power C into concentration of D to the power small d divided by concentration of A to the power small a into concentration of B to the power small b. This will be the equilibrium constant equation now. Okay, so likewise here you can see 4NH3 plus 5O2, so equilibrium constant will be NH3, concentration of NH3 means it is in the lower part, so it is reactant. Okay, so concentration of NH3 to the power 4 into concentration of O2 to the power 5. Likewise see product is here, sorry, so product is 4NO plus H2O, 6H2O, so Na concentration of NO to the power 4 into concentration of H2O to the power 6 divided by NH3 to the power 4 and O2 to the power 5 likewise. Okay, So here this is given. So in the first chemical reaction, Kc is written as like that. Okay, so in the second reaction it is opposite. Okay, so direction is changed. So now the reactant is inside the uh, in the side of product, and the product is in the side of reactant. So the Kc prime is nothing but 1 by Kc. Okay, reciprocal of the Kc is the Kc prime. Okay, okay. So in the third one, so to the power stoichiometric ratio is there. So small na, small nb, small nc, so small nd. So likewise, so C was there, but small n is added in every. Okay, so to the power n is added, so whole to the power n, right? So for third case, the equilibrium constant will be the previous one to the power n only, right? So that's why Kc prime prime is equals to Kc to the power n. Okay, so likewise here we can calculate the Kc equilibrium constant if concentration is given. Okay, so homogeneous equilibrium. Homogeneous means the same state, the reactant and product is in the same state, means maybe gaseous form, maybe in liquid form, but every means every reactant and every product is in the same phases. Okay, or state, that is homogeneous. If it is not same, then it is heterogeneous. Okay, okay. So in case of equilibrium, in the gaseous state, so we know gaseous formula, that is PV is equals to nRT. Here P is the pressure, V is the volume, and small n is the mole number, and R, capital R, is the gas constant, and T is the temperature in Kelvin scale. Okay, or absolute scale. Okay, so this formula we can use. So we can change the, we know that gaseous for gases we know that as we increase the concentration of a particular gas, the pressure uh, exerted, or pressure given by that gas gets increased. Okay, so that's why it is proportional relationship. The concentration of a specific gas is proportional to the partial pressure, or the pressure given by that gas, right? So that's why we can use partial pressure of that gas in place of concentration of that gas. That's why another equilibrium constant comes in case of gaseous state, that is Kp. So pressure, so Kp is equals to nothing but this one, partial pressure of the product divided by partial pressure of the reactant. Okay, likewise here you can see the partial equilibrium constant for a gaseous state. Okay, in the pressure form, that is Pc, means the partial pressure of the product C to the power C. C is the stoichiometric ratio. Okay, and Pd to the power D divided by Pa to the power A and Pb to the power P. Okay, it is equals to, we can change the partial pressure is, again partial pressure is equals to concentration of that gas into RT, because we know PV is equals to R in RT, right? So if we consider 1 mole, then only it is PV is equals to RT. Okay, so ultimately we get Kp is equals to Kc into RT to the power delta N. It is, okay, delta N, the change of mole number between product and reactant, means the number of mole of product minus number of mole of reactant, that is delta N. So Kp is equals to Kc into RT to the power delta N. We need to remember this one. If Kp value is the given, Kc value is the given, so delta N can be calculated. Okay. Okay, this one formula is coordination from mathematics. Okay, so ax square plus bx plus c, this is the ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. This is the equation. If it is the equation, then value of x will be minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, so you must remember that in case of solid concentration, the concentration of solid, okay, in case of solid, that is taken as 1. Okay, in the equilibrium constant calculation, the concentration is taken as 1. Wait, so kp is what we got, kp is equals to kc into rt to the power delta n. Okay, so how to see, so predicting the extent of a reaction, what we can predict, we can apply the equilibrium constant. So equilibrium constant value is specific for a specific reaction. So if it is not achieved, then the more reactant will be converted to product. If it is more than the constant, so the backward reaction will be high, so that more product will be changed to reactant. Okay, so thus we can predict the reaction nature, means forward reaction will be high or backward reaction will be high. Okay, on another thing, sorry, so reaction quotient, so kc, whatever we know, equilibrium constant only in the equilibrium condition. When we calculate the same thing, same quantity, but in any time, okay, in the initial stage or later stage, then that is known as reaction quotient. Okay, so q is given. So reaction quotient, if it is less than the equilibrium constant, so means uh, we need to change more reactant towards product, so forward reaction will be high, and in case of reverse, backward reaction will be high. But if kc is the same, reaction quotient is same with the equilibrium constant, then we can say that the equilibrium is achieved, right? Okay, it is slow. Wait, okay, so equilibrium constant and reaction quotient and gives free energy. So gives free energy, the energy predicting the spontaneity of the reaction. Okay, so if gives free energy, change of gives free energy is negative, then we know that the reaction is going to be spontaneous. Okay, nothing external factors is needed to achieve the reaction. Okay, so delta g is equals to minus rt ln k. So delta g is equals to delta g, the change of gives free energy, is equals to minus rt. R is the gas constant, T is the absolute temperature, ln k. Okay, logarithm k. K means here the equilibrium constant. Okay, okay. so it's fine. Effect of concentration change I have discussed already. Okay. Okay, another thing, suppose that from the reactant product is changing, the reaction is making some heat, some amount of heat. Okay, so reactant is changed to product and heat is generated. Now temperature taken to lower, so in equilibrium condition, so what will be the nature? More forward reaction will be done, more forward reaction will be seen, so that the more energy will be produced, the heat energy, the required heat energy will be produced by this. Okay. Okay, sorry for the late. Okay, another thing, pressure. So if the when reactant is converting to product, the number of mole is increased. So number of mole is increased means the pressure will be increased. So if we increase the pressure, reverse phenomena means product will be changed to reactant, so that the extra pressure that is created will be neutralized. Okay, so the product will get changed to reactant more. Okay, so effect of a catalyst, we know that catalyst, what it does, it increases the speed of the reaction. So in equilibrium reactions also it will do so, the it will increase the rate of the forward reaction as well as the backward reaction, means very quickly the equilibrium will be achieved, but the concentration of the reactant or product in the equilibrium state will not get changed by the catalyst. Okay, so catalyst will help to achieve or gain the equilibrium as early as possible, but not the concentration or not the equilibrium constant. Okay, so this much only. Ionic equilibrium I will discuss in the some other lecture. Okay, thank you.